Welcome. Today we're going to do this simple, easy look. I basically use one eyeshadow palette and then I use one of the Stila eyeshadow, the liquid eyeshadow. So this works perfect on hooded eyes. I have hooded eyes and it is very simple, very easy, and it's not too over dramatic, so it looks pretty good. It's like for going out or just like a normal look, casual. Nothing over the top, but nothing that looks extremely toned down. So it's in between both. And we're getting started. This is the High Performance Natural palette by Tarte, and we're going to be using this pale pink here, this other tannish brown color here, and then the darker color and then the highlight color from this palette. We're going to be using a liquid eyeshadow. Now this is Dollish by Stila Cosmetics. It's like a goldish rosy color. And we're also going to need a fluffy brush for blending in a liquid liner, and this is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Before we get started, make sure to always have a primer on. I use Smashbox Cosmetics primer. It does make the eyeshadow last really good. The primer is going to help your eyeshadow spread smoothly and last way longer. Alright, let's get started. As you can see, I have a blank canvas. We're going to do this look right over here. I use the Smashbox 24-hour eyeshadow primer. Now make sure to use the primer because it's going to make your eyeshadow pop too. I forgot to say that. So we're going to use the first color from this palette is this pinkish color here, and this is going to serve as a base. This color is going to work as the base color. So this is going to be the color they call transition, I guess. It's going to be the color underneath all the other eyeshadows to make it look a lot more seamless and smooth. So we're just tapping on the color right now. I'm trying to get as much pigment on my eyelid as I can. If you suffer from hooded eyes like me, you want to go where the crease bone is at. So you're going to go a little bit higher than your eyelid and just blend right over it by your crease bone. We want to give the illusion that our eyes are bigger than what they are because we really don't have that space, or the hood just like sinks down. So want to go a little bit over, and you're going to keep patting on the color, and between each pat you're going to just blend just a bit softly. You want to make sure to hold the brush a little bit lower to give a lighter hand. You want to make sure to blend out the outer edges. You want to do a back and forth motion and a circular motion. There's a lot of blending involved in this, so you want to make sure this pink eyeshadow is as seamless as possible. So you want to make sure it's really just like blending into your background, blending into your whole eye. So we're just going to keep blending it out until we get a really smooth looking even surface. If you want to have a lighter hand, I'm going to show you how you hold the brush. So this is how you hold the brush if you want a lighter hand when you're blending. If you want a harsher, more hard look, then you hold the brush a little bit more toward the tip of it instead of the end. So once you're done blending, your eye should look something like this at the moment. And then we're going to reach in a palette and grab this darker brown right here. It's not too dark, it's kind of like a tan. And then you're going to apply it to the inner corner of your eye by tapping the color on. And in between the taps, we're going to slightly blend that with a light hand. You're going to pull that just a little bit halfway. I'm going to grab a little bit more. And I'm going to do the same to the other side on the outer edges. You're going to tap that color right on there. And slowly blend it up. Pulling the brush upwards and in circular motion. Have a light hand when you do this to hold the brush from the edge. And we're going to keep pulling it forward. And then back to circular motions right on the corner. This is going to stay in the inner corner, so you don't want to go too high. I'm going to add a little bit more to the front, a little bit more to the back, and make it a little bit more intense. Don't worry if it's not too dark, we're going to go back and add a darker color. So we're going to add this really dark brown right here, and we're going to repeat the same. We're going to add it to the corners of the eye. We're going to start off with the front and then the back. So tap, 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 and slightly blend that in. Now when you're adding a darker color, you want to be careful to add little by little. You do not want to add too much at a time because you're going to get a muddy, just a muddy kind of look. So you want to slowly incorporate that color in. So tap, 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 lightly blend. You're going to want to slightly pull up just like before. And now we're repeating the same to the next side. We're tapping the color on just a bit. Remember to add a little bit color at a time. You don't want to do too much. So tap, tap, tap. A little bit more color on there. And make sure to give it a light blend. Be very careful when you do this. And we're just darkening up the area from the previous color before to give that more, definition in that area. When you have hooded eyes, you want to make sure to make a fake crease. And you do not always need concealer to do this. You can do this all with eyeshadow. And the darker colors will give you more of the definition in your eye. Next, we're grabbing the Stila eyeshadow. Now, we're going to place this right in the middle. We're going to use a flat brush. Now, I'm going to apply the Stila eyeshadow right in the middle of my lid. You're going to basically do like a line going down. And you're going to grab your brush and blend it out. You want to make sure to work with this quickly because the eyeshadow does dry out quick. So you're going to pull that eyeshadow towards the corners. Going towards the edge but not a full cut. You want to make sure to get it into the middle to create that halo effect. And we're going to keep pulling. And then a little bit forward just to disperse that glitter just a bit around. Depending on the level of intensity you want, I'm adding just a little bit more. I'm using a brush this time. You keep adding a little bit more. I'm adding more to make it more intense. And we're going to do the same. We're going to pull that color just towards the edges, but not fully because we want that halo effect. Now we're going to go back with that dark eyeshadow that we had previously, and we're going to apply it to the inner corners. And you're going to tap it on, and you're going to slowly pull it up and blend it in with that middle goldish eyeshadow. So pull, 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 lightly, and then you're going to tap some on the edges, on the outer corner of your eye, and pull towards the middle. Now we're going to go back with that dollish color and add it to the middle area once again for the last time. I know it's a little bit too much, isn't it? So we're going to apply it right to the middle and slowly blend it out just like before. Pulling the brush a little bit forward. And then we're going to do a thing to the next side, pulling it outward. Now, because this is not a cut crease or a halo crease with concealer, we're creating the same effect with a liquid eyeshadow. You do not always need concealer to do a halo. You can just use your eyeshadow to do the same effect. And we're going to grab the eyeshadow, the dark one, for the last time and apply it once again to the edges to make it a little bit more darker than before, because remember, we're gradually adding more color. We don't want to intensify it right away. We want to gradually do this to make it look seamless. And slowly blend it up with a light hand. And blend it upwards again on the outer edges. Back and forth motion while also pulling forward. And the last thing we're going to do is grab a highlight color. Now this is by the same palette, and we're going to apply that right underneath the brow in the brow bone area, just like so. You're going to tap it on and spread it out with a light hand also. Now the reason I'm using a Q-tip is because Q-tips pick up a lot of color. So why they pick up a lot of color, and in case you messed up and have too much excess eyeshadow and it looks too harsh, they also take off excess color while applying a new one on top. So if you want your eyeshadows to pop, make sure to use a Q-tip. They pick up a lot of awesome color. I'm going to use the same color to add to the inner corner. I'm going to dab it right under and blend it out with this cotton swab. The tapping motion and a little bit of circular, and we're going to try to go to the other eye and fix it real quick. And that's about it. You can just clean up the excess right when you're done. And we're going to use the liner. This is by Anastasia Beverly Hills. Now while applying the eyeshadow, you're going to do a line on the top over your lashes, slowly pulling each time. And then you're going to do a line sticking out. Now this is a little tricky here. I'm not gonna lie, this could be a little bit hard to do your liner here. So you're gonna connect the bottom, kind of like a small triangle. Grab your liner on the edge and pull forward. It's gonna look a little bit off right now, but we're gonna fix that. If you see your liner is a little bit crooked, just go back and look at it, and then pull from the outer edge and pull towards the middle again to even that line out. And to extend the tail, just make sure to start from the bottom, wipe slowly, pulling up. Now, depending how you want your liner, especially if you have hooded eyes like me, you want to make sure to stay close to your lashes or your lash line as possible. If your eyeliner came out a little bit too thick and you want to fix the situation, don't worry about it. All you're going to need is some cotton swabs and a makeup remover wipe. And you're going to pull the cotton swab from the bottom of your liner, pulling upwards. Pull from the bottom, going up, and then wipe off the excess to create a crispy, sharp little line. So this wing is perfect for hooded eyes. To make sure to stay close to your lash line as possible if you have hooded eyes. And if you don't have hooded eyes and you're doing a type of liner like this, you can also use this method to make that crispy, extra smooth, sharp looking edge. Don't forget to add your lashes and you're pretty much done. Now before I end this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Don't forget to hit that notification button right on the side. If you have any looks you want me to try out, make sure to drop it down in the comments below or message me directly. Check out my Facebook and my Instagram. Thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys next time.